Very happily we'll get together tonight, still missing Srila Madhusudar Maharaj, but that is life sometime. And this topic that Seva-Rupa-Didi picked out is very high and thought-provoking and very pleasing to the heart. So we can begin with Vandanam, short Vandanam prayer.
Yeah. You can tell us the topic again?
The topic is stunned by sound.
Yes. Good. So Vandana?
C. Just Bandeham, Om Jnana, Panchakapa.
Okay. 2, 3, 1.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksu Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Turupascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
So you can start.
All right.
Stand by sound.
So as usual, this is for everyone to comment whatever your inspiration is by hearing from Srila Gurudev on this topic. Please don't waste any time. Raise your hand, interrupt. We want to hear all of your thoughts. And actually, this particular topic, I found so much in books, especially Religion of the Heart. And so I just want to read it all. But that's why I especially want you to say if you have some other thing that you know about what it is that we're hearing. Can you hear me well enough, everyone?
Yes, all is good, Didi.
Okay. And I might need to turn my audio off here. Let me know. So from Religion of the Heart, this book, in this part 2, there's a section called Krishna's 4 Super Excellent Qualities. And these 4 qualities belong exclusively to Krishna and not to any other form of the Lord. So as you know, other forms of the Lord, like Lord Narayan, have almost as many qualities as Krishna. But there are 4 that only he has. 1, Krishna is like an ocean filled with waves of pastimes that evoke wonder within everyone. In his activities of conjugal love, he is always surrounded by his dear devotees who possess unequal love for him. He attracts the minds of all the 3 worlds by the melodious vibration of his flute. And the 4th one, his personal beauty and opulence are beyond compare. No one is equal to him, and no one is greater than him. He is so beautiful that he is called Krishna. So The topic for today, stunned by sound, we find this discussed in the third of these topics, Krishna's transcendental flute. Srila Rupa Goswami has composed many shlokas glorifying the sound of Krishna's flute. This from the Vidagdha Madhava 127. The sound of Krishna's flute travels throughout the entire transcendental and material worlds. It encompasses everything with joy, ecstasy, beauty, and charm. Everything takes form from that wonderful sound. When Lord Brahma hears the sound of Krishna's flute, he wonders where it comes from. Everyone is astonished to hear the sound of Krishna's flute. Anantadev, who holds the earth on his head, turns his head after hearing the sound of Krishna's flute. So this reminds me so much of how the mundane material conception of the creation and maintenance of this world is completely disproved just by this one paragraph. Like we know that Lord Anantadev, he has the earth on his head, and if he turns it, naturally that's a huge disruption. It's a bigger disruption than we can even imagine. But here it explains this is all happening by the sound of Krishna's flute. So we will be hearing more about that and learning about what is actually behind everything here regarding how it is created and how it is maintained. Gurudev says in the section, Gayatri, the flute song. When Lord Brahma took birth from the lotus flower born from the navel of Lord Vishnu, he saw everything was dark. He tried to remember who he was and where he had come from, but he couldn't understand anything. Then he heard one sound, and that was ta, pa. He was awakened by that sound and began to search where it had come from and which sound he should meditate on. Then he heard the sound of Krishna's flute, and that was the sound of the Gayatri mantra. And Guru Maharaj said, Gayatri Murlista Kirtana Dhanam, Radha Padam Dhimahi. The Gayatri mantra is the original song of Krishna's flute. We should try and connect with that song. Songs are good here, but if we are addicted to mundane songs, we will be cheated. When we know that songs are very beautiful, tasteful, and charming here, we should try and connect with the original song. So he is introducing many things here. The Gayatri mantra, which is given to us by our gurus, and the difference with this type of very beautiful song and those that are mundane. So to not cheat ourselves, but listen to the beautiful, the sound of Krishna's flute. And then he says the flute sings the glories of Sri Radha. The extreme explanation of Krishna's flute is given by Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. He said, everything comes from the flute of Krishna. All mantras, including the whole Gayatri mantra, come from Krishna's flute. And then he goes on to explain singing, dancing, liberation. Gayatri means a type of song which, if you sing, you will get liberation. This is such a nice process. Simply by singing and dancing, you will get liberation. This is the Gayatri mantra, and this is the original sound, the sound of Krishna's flute. Nowhere else in the material world has anyone ever given such a nice explanation of the transcendental sound vibration coming from Krishna's flute. No religion can make this statement. Simply chant and dance and you will get religion. You will get liberation. And then Gurudev explains that Gayatri is Radha Dasyam. What is the form of the Gayatri mantra? Guru Maharaj said, Murali Kirtandanam. Murali means the flute of Krishna. Krishna's flute is for singing. It is not for blasting or for making violence. It is for making the heart peaceful. And a very sweet sound has come from Krishna's flute. What does Krishna's flute sing? If you sing, you must have a purpose, a target, a meter, or a regulated flow. And that target is the name of Radharani. No other sound comes from Krishna's flute. Only Radhe, 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 Radhe. And that sound comes in a variety of different ways. So here he's been explaining that everything is coming from Krishna's flute. Everything that we see, even the motivation by Lord Brahma, when he first awoke and began to meditate and was inspired to do his duty and create, he's hearing the Gayatri Mantra. But what is in that Gayatri Mantra, which is the flute song from Krishna? It is about service to Srimati Radharani. So everything that is coming when the world is begun is to promote this, the service of Srimati Radharani. And when he says here, so don't listen to the mundane songs, you will be cheated, there's a vast difference in that listening to that Gayatri Mantra or listening to some mundane song. It could hardly be more opposite. And Gurudev also points out the original call of Krishna's flute is a call for everyone. He's not saying that because it is the Gayatri Mantra that only qualified people are supposed to have this. But in this form, he explains, when Krishna wants to begin the rasa dance, he first calls the gopis by playing his flute. Only one call comes from Krishna's flute, and that is a clarion call. Once a Vaishnava used the term clarion call, and Gurudev says, what does this term mean? And a devotee says, it was a term used in the Middle Ages to wake the troops up for battle. It isn't used much anymore. It also means a loud and clear call. Any call that is loud and clear is a clarion call. So then Srila Gurudev says, very good. What is its origin? And the devotee answers, it comes from the Christian tradition. And Srila Gurudev says, that is very nice, but it is not their father's property. It is the property of all the jiva souls. It is not the property of Hindus or Christians or anyone. It is the property of the jiva souls. The original clarion call of Krishna's flute is a call for everyone. How can we understand this? We understand this through Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote one song, Jeeb Jago, Gora Chandra Bole. Is this the clarion call or not? Kota Nidra Jayo Maya Pisa Chira Kole. We are asleep, and the clarion call comes and says, wake up, you sleeping soul. You are sleeping in the lap of illusion. The Upanishads also say, wake up, arise, and search for Sri Krishna, reality the beautiful, where you will get love for Krishna. The Upanishads, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Krishna's flute, all the a little bit of internet connection problem. So I'll back up a little bit. Gurudev's explaining that the sound, this is coming from the Upanishads, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Krishna's flute. All of these are saying that the sound is Muralista Kirtana Dhanam, that Krishna is attracted only by his divine potency. She is Radharani. She is serving Krishna wholeheartedly and very extensively with her associates. Therefore, Krishna is always thinking of her. But the sound of Krishna's flute is not only meant for Madhura Rasa, where the chief is Radharani, but for all the other rasas as well. All other rasas are maintained by Madhura Rasa, and maintaining means preserving. So the sound of Krishna's flute is preserving and maintaining all the other rasas. So this is a very beautiful topic and perhaps somewhat surprising. I don't know if someone has been hearing this message before. Krishna's flute is maintaining Madhura Rasa, but that is maintaining all of the other rasas.
Whoever read Religion of the Heart.
See, whoever has read this, whoever has heard this. So this clarion call, that word clarion, Gurudev likes very much. It means loud and clear, and it was originally used to call, to get the soldiers to want to fight for their cause. But actually, this is Jeeb Jago. This is coming for everyone from Mahaprabhu, and it's coming from the flute song. So that's why this theme is called Stunning Sound. Stunned by sound. So that's actually our situation. The world is created, it's maintained because of this sound. We're not usually aware of it. Some living entities are never aware, but still that is the call coming from Mahaprabhu, for us to arise, awake. Does somebody want to say some comment?
Yes, I think Krishnakanta, she compiled a very nice book about sound. It's called Divine Sound. So she has many pleasure.
Well, yes, but it is in Italian. My Dandavat, I cannot see who is there, but I guess all amazing soul. And yes, this topic is really, really nice. And I made this book not because I wanted to make a book myself, because there is already so much material from Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. In fact, this is what I did. I just collect all the most, for me, according to me, most amazing things that Gurudev and Guru Maharaj spoke about sound and Krishna's flute. Because one lady asked me, she wanted to make a book about divine sound, and that book was supposed to be compiled by me and some other person, but then at the end, this other person never did their job. So I was ready with this, and I say, listen, I just published this because it's kind of nice. And so, yes, this book I gave the title Divine Sound, which is also the title that Gurudev gave to our magazine when we start publishing a magazine in Italian. And it's also the title of our YouTube channel. So, and there is so many things here, some of what already was read by Kumkum. And one thing that I find nice is Gurudev at some point is talking about the fact that in all the sounds in this world are actually activated by Krishna's sound, flute song. And everything here is like a shadow of that original sound. So all the song that we hear and any kind of sound that we may be attracted here is just a shadow of that. And then well, it's nice that Gurudev mentioned the story of Dhruva Maharaj, which is also one of my favorite, just because I heard it from him. And the story of Dhruva Maharaj is, as you know, he was this prince, but he was rejected by his father because he wasn't the son, the favorite son of the father, because he was born from a wife that he wasn't his favorite. So, and so once the other wife of the king with her son, the son was pet by the father, and Prahlad and Dhruva Maharaj try also to get the attention of the father, but this lady say, you will never get, the affection, the same affection like my child, because you are the son of this other lady and I am the favorite of the king. She was very cruel. And then Dhruva Maharaj was very, very hurt by this. And so he went to this mother and said, this is what's happened. And mother said, yes, unfortunately, my child, this is the truth. Even if you are the firstborn, but maybe something, but the other child is the favorite of the king, because he's the son of his favorite wife. There is nothing I can do about it. But I heard that in the forest, the sages are meditating on Lord Vishnu, and he fulfilled their desires. So, because Dhruva Maharaj had the desire to become prince once, and to inherit the kingdom. So the mother suggests, if you want, you can also try this way, go to the forest and meditate and try to please the Lord Vishnu. He will satisfy your desire. And so Dhruva Maharaj left, and he went to the forest. On the way, he met Narada Muni, because somebody had to be his guru. So Krishna arranged that Dhruva Maharaj met Narada Muni, and Narada Muni so initiated him into the spiritual practice, yoga practice. And then Dhruva Maharaj started to meditate like a yogi, reduce his food and everything. And at the end, to make it short, at the end, he pleased Lord Vishnu, who appeared first within his heart, and then when he opened his eyes, he also saw the Lord Vishnu in front of him, and he was so amazed by this vision. And he was totally overwhelmed and filled with ecstasy and joy. And then Lord Vishnu say, I'm here to fulfill your desire, whatever you want. You can ask, I'll give you a very prosperous kingdom, you will be the king, and everything you desire, it will be yours. But then Dhruva Maharaj said, actually, now that I see you, I realize that I came to the forest, and what I was looking for, it was just broken glass. Now I got you, you're like a jewel, a diamond in front of me. And this all other desire I don't want anymore. They're like piece of glasses, like they have no value. The kingdom has no value anymore. And so Gurudev make this analogy with the Krishna sound, and he say all the sound in this world, compared to the original song of Krishna's flute, they have no value. So we shouldn't waste. We shouldn't let any other sound go into our consciousness, but we only should focus our attention on the Maha Mantra and the Gayatri Mantra on Krishna's flute song. And so it's I think it was a very nice things that Gurudev, very subtle vision, like comparing these two pastimes. I would never think about like this, but Gurudev his way of thinking is really amazing. And and so many other things I put, and I was discussing with Kumkum today, even Einstein, which I also quote him in this book, even Einstein said like this. I have somewhere, anyway, that, what is the quote of Einstein? One moment. That everything in this world, there is a mystic, a hidden flute player playing a mystical song that makes everyone in the universe dance, from the plants, animals, humans, and even the cosmic dust. Everything dance in this universe at the sound of this song, of this invisible player. It's amazing.
That's amazing.
And yeah, so we always think, when we talk about Einstein saying this, or like Nietzsche saying, I will believe only in a God that knows how to dance, then we're always thinking maybe these two now, they're born in a devoted family, they're chanting Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, yeah.
He's also stunned by this sound.
Yeah. So this was what I was thinking. I mean, so many other things, but there are so many devotees here and there. So is this microphone the way we are now talking, or there is a jack?
Now we can use this.
Okay, so I pass the mic.
So I think I should leave my computer muted and only use these. Okay. So I hope everyone could hear these explanations Krishna Kandadidi was reading about Dhruva Maharaj. Such desires, he had to go through so much because his desire was so strong, but in the end, it was through this sound that he got everything, his understanding of everything, the real value. And okay, I think sound is all right now.
It's one thumbs up.
Pardon?
Yes, it's okay.
Oh, okay. And who do we have there from West London? There's another one with the group. We have Lavanyamoi from London. Two Lavanyamois, yes. And need
We
at
have-
least if they're like that.
Kelly Kadambanati is here, and myself. Everyone else is here.
And Kaylee.
Running around somewhere. It's everybody.
Oh, can't hear you. Are you muted?
No, we're here, but I think you have to talk. You have to come closer, I think. We're quite far away from the microphone.
Sorry.
So.
Now, can you hear?
Yes.
I Dandavats to everybody. Very beautiful hearing what you've both shared about the song of Krishna's flute. And I was thinking, well, I just heard the theme actually a few minutes before the start of the Zoom. But I was thinking about every day that we are listening to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we always hear this word chamatkar, astonish. We hear so many things in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that are astonishing, like we are continuously stunned. And so I was thinking about that, like the stunned by the sound that we hear in the reading in the morning. And I've got a little quote here also from Religion of the Heart. And so talking about Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, all these things have been expressed in Bengali or Sanskrit in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, but the language in which they appear is not the vital factor. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami declares, you do not need to know Bengali, Sanskrit, or any language in order to understand the expressions of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. You only need to hear them. Their meanings will reveal themselves in your heart simply by hearing. And he says, the Vedanta is a good example of this. Who knows the meaning of Vedanta? No one. When we initiate students, we give them various mantras like the Guru mantra, the Gayatri mantra, the Krishna mantra, etc. The students do not know the meaning of these mantras, and it is not necessary to know the meaning. If one meditates on these mantras, their meaning will reveal themselves in one's heart. And then it says, how will those who do not know Bengali or Sanskrit understand the meanings of the verses of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita? Oh, so this now is at one point Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was being a little bit chastised for putting so much Bengali and Sanskrit into the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Mm.
And so people were saying, how is anyone going to understand the meanings? And he said, just try to hear the transcendental sound of the verses. Take them into your heart. They will reveal themselves automatically, and you will see everything. They are not dead matter, but a living substance. The transcendental sound vibration is also a living entity. You can feel it and you can see it. It says, Jeba nahi buje kaya shunite shunite seya. Even if one does not know the language, he will understand the subject matter simply by hearing the verses of the Chaitanya Charitamrita attentively. So, a little bit of a different direction to what you've tuning into with the sound of Krishna's flute on this theme, but I thought it was appropriate. We are hearing every day, morning and evening, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and hearing from the of the words of our masters, and that sound is so heart captivating and so stunning and so clear. Completely captivated by it, and at the same time we're advised even if we don't understand, then we just let that transcendental sound vibration from their holy try to wash over us, and if we try to hear submissively and try to serve in a surrendered mood, then something can reveal in our hearts.
What a different purpose from hearing a mundane reading. We want to know things like the plot, what is happening next. And this is not the purpose of hearing. As sweet as it is, it captivates our ears even now, but our eternal benefit can't be overestimated, just by hearing, because that sound is acting for our benefit.
Maybe you can call for questions.
Does anybody have a particular question? Actually, on any subject.
Dandavad, Sri Krishna, Gangalia here.
Hey, Gangali.
So I like the clarion sound when you spoke about that and how Gurudev liked the word. I like the word too. And so can I think that not just before battle that the sleeping souls can wake up, that there's this loud sound, but each time I go to the temple, the priest will blow the conch shell also. Is that the same clarion sound to wake up the sleeping soul from the altar, from the conch shell?
Actually, that particular
Each time
phrase,
we ring the bell, each time we raise our voice and chant louder. Can I understand it like that?
is much higher. The phrase clarion call originated in something from, I think he said, Middle Ages, and it was about soldiers. They were trying to inspire them to fight. It was a Christian. So far higher than that is, and Gurudev liked the comparison. It means loud and clear. And so he's, to him, what he's telling us is that means that we want to heed, pay attention to the message of Mahaprabhu to awaken and arise. And certainly that sound of the conch and others that you're mentioning, that is a clarion call for us. The site of the Harinam party, the Sankirtan, even within the temples or even at our gathering, is also a wake-up. I did find something else in a similar line here. And we're hearing about the Gayatri Mantra, but also it made me want to read this excerpt from Sri Guru and His Grace in this chapter called Nama Guru and Mantra Guru. And in discussing about the difference in the Nam and similarities with the Nam Guru and the Mantra Guru, there's a section where Srila Guru Maharaj talks about the mantra is like a circle within a circle, the Gayatri Mantra. He says, Jiva Goswami has written that the name of Krishna is the principal thing in the Gayatri Mantra. Within the mantra, there are also so many other words, but the name is the most important. If the name of Krishna is taken away and replaced with some other name, the whole thing will be rotten. This is the decision of Jiva Goswami. The holy name of Krishna is all in all. The holy name of Krishna is there in the Gayatri Mantra, and so many other words are couched there. But if Krishna's name is taken away and replaced with the name of Shiva, then the whole thing will go to Shiva. The holy name is the all-important factor. The holy name of Krishna is so important that even the Gayatri Mantra may not be necessary. It is said one need not undergo all the purificatory processes or follow the 6 ritualistic ceremonies mentioned in the Vedas for pious life. One need not even take initiation into the Gayatri Mantra. If one simply chants the holy name of Krishna without offense, everything will be successful. The holy name of Krishna is the most important consideration. The Gayatri Mantra may not even be necessary. So understanding so much that we've heard about the Gayatri Mantra and being the flute song of Krishna and behind everything that we know, still, even stronger than that, like a circle within a circle, is the holy name. We accept the mantra, the Gayatri Mantra, only to help the Nama Bhajan, the worship of the holy name. Otherwise, it may not be necessary at all. It has been judged in such a way. The name alone can do everything for a person. It is full and complete. The mantra helps us to do away with the aparads, offenses, and the abhas, or hazy conceptions in our bhajan. The mantra comes to help us only so far. An example is given of larger and smaller circles. The holy name of Krishna is the larger circle. It extends from the highest to the lowest. The mantra circle is a smaller circle within the larger circle. The mantra cannot reach to the lowest point. The holy name itself can extend itself down to the lowest position. The mantra gives us entrance into liberation, and then the name carries us further. This is the nature of our connection with the mantra and the name. The name extends to the lowest position, to the chandalas and yavanas. Everyone can receive the name, but everyone is not eligible for the Gayatri mantra. Only after one has reached a developed stage can the mantra be conferred upon him. So we've seen that depiction by Srila Guru Maharaj of how first we receive the holy name, Krishna's name, and that will help us to become qualified to receive the Gayatri mantra. That will take us up to the point of liberation, but higher than that, it will end at that point. And higher than that, the holy name is continuing and will go all the way to Goloka, is always in Goloka. This is our practice. Somehow this is what Mahaprabhu is doing. His descent is to help us in this way. So much help we are getting. Okay.
Linda, you wanna? Dandavat, all the devotee, I'm here in a little corner. The topic is very beautiful, but everything about this topic is in the Religion of the Heart book. It is very important for our mission because the flute of Krishna is right in the logo of our mission. And also that kind of reference to the Gayatri mantra, and that the final meaning of the Gayatri mantra has to end up in the Radha Dasya. Also that concept is there in the logo. And it's so beautiful that the sound has this power to percolate from the spiritual plane, because we heard is the most gross substance in the transcendental atmosphere, but it's the most subtle in here in the material atmosphere. So it can kind of media, perfect media from the transcendental to the material. And it's happening in this way. We get everything through sound, and the name of Krishna descend and slowly become form, quality, and activity. Everything through sounds. Amazing. And Krishna, on fourth super excellent quality he has. One of those qualities is the flute. No other god has this kind of flute. And even Brahma is very bewildered by this sound, because he creates everything, but when he hears the flute of Krishna, he is chamatkara, struck by wonder, and is thinking, I didn't create this sound. From where it come from? So it's everywhere in the universe, everywhere in the transcendental plane, as communication between Krishna and all the devotee. We heard the sound of flute is the same, but according to the rasas, everyone hear a different message. So the gopi think, oh, Krishna wanna dance with us, is indicating some appointment where we can meet, where and when. And Mother Yashoda, she understands totally different things. Krishna is hungry, he wanna eat, so she run to cook. And the Gopas, they think, oh, Krishna is wanna play with us, is setting up the playing ground. Let's run and play with Krishna according to their rasa. So one sound is so multiple different meaning according to the receiver. Very mystical. And what else come in my mind about sound? No, that's it. I heard from Guru Maharaj, he has many flute, not only one. Venu, Murali, many others.
Names of the flute.
Yeah.
They-
So this also must mean something one day we will discover.
Hmm.
But we just read from Chaitanya Charitamrita how this little bit high topics actually. How they are jealous of the flute of Krishna, because Krishna always is getting the nectar of the lips of Murali, always getting the nectar of the lips of Krishna, but it's not there. It's not his property by birth, right? Because it's male gender, and this nectar is meant to be property of the gopis. And so for many pages goes on this discussion about little jealous feeling by the gopi because Krishna is getting so much nectar. Murali is getting so much nectar from Krishna's lips. And Krishnakanta, you want to add something? Oh, I'm sure you have many questions. Like Lavanya Mai must have some question.
True, we have not heard from Lavanimoy.
And every person has a different sound. Jai Lavanya Mai Didi.
Oh, Dhanyavad. No, I really don't have any questions. I'm just very happy listening to everything. I don't. Would you ask about, like you say, such high topics? And just percolate that song. I don't have that type of intelligence, but yeah, beautiful. And well, there's only one pastime. There's not a pastime. It's just that I don't pick up a minute. It's a bit off. It's a little bit off, but it's to do with the mantra. But it's to show how the mantra can reach everyone, even if they don't know what the mantra is. I think I told it before. But a priest came to the door at Green Street Temple. He said, "Oh, I'd like a recording of your." It was a Christian priest. He said, "I want a recording of your mantra." He said, "I've just been one of my parishioners. He's just passed away, and he had cancer, and he didn't know, he wasn't from your faith, but he just chanted that mantra continuously. And it was the only thing that gave him any relief in all his illness, He was just chanting it until he left,
Wow.
That's so sweet. He didn't know what it was. He didn't know anything about that mantra, the Maha mantra, but he just felt complete relief.
Wow.
Sweet.
What a fortunate soul.
Yeah.
So the priest wanted the mantra, a recording, so he could play it at the funeral.
Ah,
wow.
okay.
Amazing.
That's sweet. It was a long time ago, Max.
However, someone receives the holy name. We very much appreciate Seva Rupa Didi for thinking of this topic and focusing our minds a little bit on this. We are stunned by our focus. Is Seva Rupa present? Maybe she'll see later.
Dandavad.
Mhm.
And thanks so much, Jai Gurudev. It's I missed most of the class though, but I will catch up on the recording. Always lovely to be here with everybody.
Okay. I'm happy to see you and hear your sound.
Ganga Maya Didi, was your question answered? We hope so.
Gangalila, not Mai. Thank you. Yes, Dandavats.
I always say that, don't I? I do it here all the time. All right. Well, we'll say our Dandavats to all of the devotees with so much gratitude for your participation, your attendance.
Vasol, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha,
Sindhu Patitanam Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Okay.
Kumkum Devi Dasi ki
Jai.
jai.